Okay. Assalamualaikum everyone. Sorry? Shafi is handsome now. Okay, we are going to start straight with, let me share screen. Okay, can we try this? You can also try it on your graph paper. But before that, let us go into this first. Now, there is this point on here. I think you know what this is here. Right? What do you call this part here? They say of this line. You call this the? Okay, they have the term here, I think. It's called a what? What? Y-intercept. Okay, the y-intercept. So this is now the y-intercept. Y-intercept, they do not, well, it's over here, this now, over here, this one. There's also another one here. So why is this significant? Now, you must know that over here, every equation for the graph is written like this, for straight line graph. Y equals to mx plus c. Have you learned this from your teachers? Yes, right. C now is the y-intercept. So C in this case is plus 1. You see C down here is plus 1. Why? Because it cuts the y-axis at 1. This one is 2 point, maybe 2.8. Why? Because it cuts the y-axis. This is y-axis, the center one here. So this is the y-axis. So it cuts it at a certain point. So the first thing we're going to do now, we're going to find out whether you can read this part, the back part of equation, just by looking at the graph. Okay, so let us see. Now, okay, so down here you can see 2x plus 1. Can see now? Can see it cuts straight away at the y-intercept at 1. Can see Inshara. Inshara can see now. Inshara, you're looking wrong side. Okay, y equals to 2x plus 1. Plus 1 here, can you see it cuts down here at 1. Okay, just take note of that. And the gradient, have I taught you the gradient as the strict y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1? Did I teach you? Or I just teach you to draw triangle? Okay, that means you have not done. Okay, so we'll go through that in a moment. Okay, now you try this one. I will think and share again. Okay, now they want you now to write down what is the y-intercept of L1. Okay, so you look at L1, this is L1. What is the y-intercept? The answer is, we are looking at L1. This is L1 on here.
1.3.
1.3. Now remember, this one we need to go through that. Let's see. Okay, I teach you how to. Sure, is it 1.3? Any other answer?
1.4.
1.4. Okay, you see now there are 2 points. From here to here, this is 1. This one is divided to 5 parts. Can you see? 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, 4 parts, 5 parts. This is exactly at 2.5. 1, 2, half. 1, 2, half. Can see now? So this must be 1.5 lah. Can see now? So now how do you calculate? How do you calculate the thing? Okay, this one I do not know whether you remember. Long time ago, 2 years ago, I taught you something like this. You take any 2 points. Let's say this one is 2. This one is, let's say, 6 lah. Take 2 points. This point. Let's say you know the points are bigger number minus smaller number. You get 4. Then divide by the number of parts. 1 part, 2 parts. So 4 divided by 2 equals to 2. So the next one must be 4 lah. You plus 2. So you see whether you can get what is the reading of this line. So I want you to find out what are all these points. Okay, this one is here. How much is one? How much is the width of one? You use your calculator lah, use whatever. Sure? Can see, sorry, oh, I'm blocking. Can see now? Okay, tell me method, come Ryan. What to do? Take bigger number minus smaller number. What's the answer? 193 minus 175, what do you get? 18. Count the number of parts between the two numbers. 1, 2, 3. 3 parts is 18. 1 part is how much?
18 divided by 3.
Equals to 6. So this one plus 6. You get 1 and 1. Plus 6, 1 and 7. Plus 6, 1 and 3. Plus 6, 1 and 9. Backwards, minus 6, 169. Minus 6, 163. Okay? Easy enough. Choose 2 points. Bigger number minus smaller number. Divide by the number of parts. You can find 1 part. That's it. You must know this. The graph skills. This is basic stuff. So now, it cuts at y-intercept at 1.5. So now you try this one. Okay, this one is gradient. Now gradient, you want to calculate the gradient. Gradient means the slope. Okay, so I show you how to calculate slope for one of them. Let's say I want to calculate this one down here. I choose 2 points that is easy for me to calculate. So I take this point out here. Why I consider easy? Because the x is 3. This is x, right? The y is 0. Very clear. If I want to choose this one, it's not so clear, see? This one how many? 1.5, 0.5. Not so clear. Then I choose another point where it's very clear. This one looks clear. Can you see now? See this one now? Straight down here at y-axis is 3. And then, and x-axis is also clear. So what's the coordinates of this point? Well, x-axis is minus 3. And then y-axis is 3. Now, if you have the coordinates of 2 points on a graph, you can find the gradient. How? The formula is this gradient, y2 minus y1 over x2. Over x2 minus x1. Remember that. X2, I do not know why I cannot the thing, but x2 minus x1. So this is the formula. I repeat. You choose any 2 points on a graph that is clear. Follow the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So what is it? What is y2? What is x2? So I'm going to show you now. There's now down here, what is the coordinates of this? Can you give me the coordinate? We call this part down here, we call this, let's see, A, is it? We can call this A lah. So what is the coordinates, Ishira? Of point 1. Coordinates, what's the value of x?
3.
3. What's the value of y?
0.
So I chose another one down here, remember? Ryan, what's the coordinates of this point here? Can you see? This point down here. You know what I'm talking, this one down here. Point 2, we call it point 2 lah. What's the coordinates?
Negative 3, 3.
And positive 3, good. So now can you see that you have on the board the 2 points, these 2 points down here. This first one is x. X what? X1, because it's point 1. Then y, y1. Then this one is x2. This one is y2. So I take the y2 minus y1. So y2 is 3 minus 0, y1 over x2 is minus 3 minus x1. x1 is 3. So you get the answer. 3 minus 0 is 3. Minus 3 minus 3 minus 6. You get equals to negative half. Can you see not? You get the gradient negative half. So what is negative half? I'll show you now. When the graph is going this way, it's positive. When the graph is going this way, it's negative. So this is really negative. So what does it mean by negative half? Okay, now let's say I go to the increase by one unit from here to here. The graph will decrease by half unit. Every time it moves 1 unit, it will decrease only or increase by half unit. That's what it means. Okay, so now let us try now. You plot, let's say now they ask you L1, L2, L3, whatever, what is the gradient? So we look at L1, we start L1 now here. Can you choose 2 points? Call the point 1 and 2. Call the point 1 and 2 and write down the coordinates and find out what's the gradient using the formula. What's the formula? Y2 minus Y1 over X2 minus X1. Ken? Just give me a moment, Ken. You all know what to do, no? Choose any 2 points. Inshira, which point you want to choose? Inshira, choose a point. Choose a point, Inshira. Okay, I give you the point down here. Can see this point? This is 1 point. I choose this another point. Okay. Get the coordinates for 2 points, please. You call this 2. Yeah. Call this 1. Okay, you find the coordinates of point 2 and point 1. Hold on, All right. Shafi, give me the coordinates for point 2. L1.
2 negative 2 1.
Sorry? 2,
1.
2, 1. How get 2, 1? Oh, that's point 1. Yeah, 2, 1. Correct. Okay. What about point 2? Shafi, point 2?
Negative 2 3.
Okay, good. Now use that formula. This formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, I go back to the place again to calculate the gradient. Any one of you feeling confused now? Please tell me. Inshira, you're confused? Okay. Ryan, confused? Okay. Shafi, confused?
A bit.
A bit. Okay. So now we are going to find the gradient. What is the gradient? The gradient is the slope. So in order to do that, we need 2 points. And every point there's coordinates x and y. So the formula says to find gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So we ask Mr. Shafi to give us the coordinates of point 1 now. Point 1 again, can you give me? 2, 1, right? Is it correct?
Yeah.
And then point 2?
Negative 2 3.
So now I'm going to show you this. Oh, sorry. Now down here. So this is the x, this is the y. So this one is y2, this one is y1. This is x2. This is x1. So just follow the formula. The formula says y2 minus y1. So y2, Inshira, what is the value of y2? There's one of the four numbers here. Which one? This is y. Can see not?
3.
3. Good. Y1?
1.
1. So y2 is 3. Y1 is 1. So we minus. Ryan, what is x2?
-2.
X2? What's the value?
-2.
-2 minus x1. Ryan, what is it?
2.
2. So -2. So sometimes for me, I'll do it this way. I will put a bracket like that. Because sometimes I don't want to be confused. I put the number is 3. I put 3 inside the bracket. -1. Down here, -2. I put -2 in the bracket. -2. Then after that, I minus lah. 3 minus 1 over -4 equals to 2 over -4 equals to -half. Can you see this is -half? So the gradient is -half. The gradient now is -half. Now let us look again at this particular graph, so that you know how to get the formula straight. You must know how to get the formula. What happened to this page? Sorry, it has out of here. Okay, so we asked Ryan, this graph we are talking about, it cuts the y-axis at what number?
2.
2. Good. Now watch this. Watch this. So y-intercept. The y-intercept is 2. Y-intercept, let's see, y-intercept is 2. So what is the formula? The formula is always like y equals to gradient minus half x plus 2. This is the formula for the graph. So if you see a formula like that, you know it will cut the y-axis at 2. And you know the gradient is negative. Negative gradient is going downhill. Remember? Positive gradient is going uphill. So this one is going this way and half. Every one in move, it goes half up or half down. Every half, you know what I mean? So now you try the next one. What I want you to do is to be able to come up with this formula on looking at the graph. That's what we want to find out. Okay, we try. Beginning might be a little bit tough. Now we take another one now. We take, they didn't show, just only one. Actually, this one can go further. This one can go further, but we do not know. Never mind. We take another one. Okay. Now here. Can you tell me what you find the gradient of the line first, and then state the y-intercept. Do these two first. Okay, you do these two first. Choose 2 points. If you cannot see, I will enlarge for you. Inshira, you're scratching your head. Are you okay? Inshira, are you okay? You're scratching your head. Are you confused? Are you confused? Ryan, how are you? You got the y-intercept, Ryan?
0.6.
0.6. That's the okay. That's the gradient you're saying. Huh? What about Shafi? You got the y-intercept, Shafi? No. Okay. What is the y-intercept? Intercept. Remember, I tell you, misal you go intercept. Misal is when you meet something. So intercept down here is cutting the y-axis. Can you see it cuts the y-axis? This y-axis. It cuts the y-axis. At what value did it cut the y-axis? 2. So that means down here, if you are gonna write the formula, is y equals to, let's say, question mark x plus 2. This back part already we got. Plus 2, why plus 2? Because it cuts the y-axis at 2. Then how to find the gradient? The gradient is a slope lah. So you take 2 points. You want to take this point? Sure. I give you another point then. Okay, you can take this point. No, cannot. It's because we do not know what number this is. Not clear. Let's say we take this point. Can you see? Just nice. Now you calculate the gradient, please. Formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Can you do that? Calculate the gradient. You know what to do, Shafi? Shafi, you know what to do? You try. What's your gradient, Ryan?
I haven't do it.
Okay. I thought I had somebody say something. Shafi, you got answer? Shafi, you know how to do? Shafi, you You know how to do?
Little.
Ryan, what about you? You can do? Inshira, you okay? Okay, good. Okay, so what you are doing, if you are stuck, identify the 2 points. This is, let's say, point 1. This one, point 2. So what are the coordinates of point 1? What coordinates of point 2? So it's y2 and x2 here, y1 and x1 here. Then use the formula to divide lah. Y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Find the gradient. I plotted the coordinates here. Can use this. Point 1 is 1, 1. Point 2 is 0, 2. Calculate the gradient. Okay, we give you 2 minutes more. 2 minutes more. When I come back, we will start. I'll start show you. 2 minutes more. All right. Time's up. Inshira, what's your gradient? Inchi, what's your gradient?
I got -3.
-3. Okay. What about Ryan? What's your gradient?
I never do this thing.
Haven't yet. Okay. Or Shafi, what's your gradient?
I couldn't get.
Okay. So now here we go. Okay. Down here, you agree that the 2 points are as shown as now. One is 1, 1. The other one is 0, 2. Correct? Huh? If you don't believe, I'll show you now. Okay. Can you see point 1? 1 minus 1. Sorry, 1 minus 1. And then 2.2 is 0, 2. X is 0, y is 2. So let us use now the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So what is y2? Y2 is 2, so I put bracket like that, minus y1. Y1 is -1, right? There's a negative here, over x2. X2 is 0.2. X2 is 0 minus x1 is 1. So you have 2 minus minus 1 means 2 plus 1 over 0 minus 1 equals -1. So it becomes 3 over -1 equals to, as Inshira stated, -3. So now we know the y-intercept. Sorry, can you see? Can you see? Can see, yeah? Oh, I'm too fat now. Okay. So you can see -3. So now let us double check. Let's double check. Now, is it true that it's a minus slope? Yes, it is. Look, the slope is going down. If you have a man down here, this man is walking downwards this way. All right, so this is a negative slope, and that's correct. So it's minus 3. What does it mean by 3? Watch, you increase, let's say now, x by 1. Let's say this is the point. When you move up the point down here to number 2, you're moving 3 units. 1, 2, 3. But you're moving x only by 1. So that means this is 3x. It's negative 3x because it's going this way. If we have another line like that, let's say like that, same type that, but it goes down like this. Let's say like if it goes up there, this will be positive 3x. This is negative 3x. And once the y-intercept is 2, so we know that the formula for this particular gradient is y equals to negative 3x plus 2. Y plus 2 because it cuts the y-axis at 2. Y negative 3x, you already calculate what the gradient is, negative 3. So this is the formula of that line. Are you okay? Are you okay? Not okay. We try again now. We try again because that's the standard that they're asking you to complete. You see. So down here, hence write down the equation in this form. So the equation is y equals to negative 3x plus 2. This is what is given. So now let's try now. We go to the very first one. Can you try now to get the scores and plot the lines? Okay, you have 5 to 10 minutes. Can? Then later on we will discuss further.
We need to draw the graph.
You have the graph paper now?
Have.
You brought graph paper? Yeah. Please do on the graph paper lah. Okay, you can do it roughly, no problem. But you need to be clear lah. Not on this graph paper, on your own graph paper lah. Anyone needs help? Anyone not sure what to do?
I don't know what to do.
Okay, so now, first thing, you must find what is h. So put in the value of t. So down here they give you value t is 0, h is 50 minus 44 times 0 is 0 lah. So answer is 50, good. Then the next one, you put in the value of 2 down here as, so I show you like this. This is now you want to plot the values. So they give you this is the equation, 50 minus 40. So they give you the value of t down here is 2. So h equals to 50 minus 4. Let's see down here. 4 down here they give you 2, right? The value of t is 2. So you find out what's the answer lah. T minus 8 equals to 42. So down here is 42. So you put all the rest and then you plot, you find out. We did something like this last week. You all remember, right? Ryan, okay, Ryan? Shafi, okay?
Need to do question B.
Yes, please do question B. To draw on the paper. Then we'll try something else. What does this mean? You all know now? You all know what it means? 1 cm to represent 1 unit. So this is 1 cm from here until here. Oh, sorry, this is the more than 1 cm. Right, from here until here lah. From here until here. These 5 squares lah, you can see. You can see from here to here, from here to here. This 1 cm, 1 cm.
Teacher, which one is the T axis and then which one is the H axis?
X is always down here. X. All right, Y is upwards. Oh, sorry, Y is below that. Bring it up and down. Are you okay, Inshira? Not okay. Okay, we're going to go through together. Which part are you blur?
I don't know. I confused with the T axis and the H axis.
Oh, okay. Why not we take the height to be h? T is the time. So the height is y axis. If you are stuck, please ask. Shafi, are you stuck? Which part are you stuck? The whole thing. Okay, so I will go through with you on the board. But you draw on the paper. So down here now you have T. T they give you 0, 2, what else? 4, 6, 8. Then height you go in, you get 50, and then you minus 4 times 2, 42. Then the next one will be 4 times 4, 16.
34.
34, and then 6 times 4,
26.
26, and then the last one.
18.
Okay. So you already got these points, right? So they ask you now, you look at this thing now, what does it say? They want time to be 0 to 14. You don't need to have minus. Means this part all you don't need. Why? Because this all negative numbers. Inshira, Ryan, these all negative numbers. You don't need this one. Means you can start yours like that. Look, right at the end. You can start like that. Can see now. Can you see we can start right at the end of the graph paper. You don't need to put down here. Why? Because you're not going to use the negative numbers. Okay, imagine this is your paper now to draw. Okay, you can start straight with a graph down here at the side, the H and the whatever, the meters down here, and then you draw the graph down here. Point number 1. So now you're confused, still confused. So that means down here, I draw down here. That means down here is my H axis. And then my Y axis is somewhere here. Because I need to see the whatever graph this way. I don't need to see the negative numbers. Okay, so if you understand that, the one is 1. And what do? So you label the time from 0 to 14. 1 cm for 1 unit. So down here you put let's say we start from here. 1, 2, 3, 4 until 14. Then the next one, they say for the graph is up to 50. But they want it how? 1 cm represents 5 units. So 1 cm represents 5 units. Down here now is 1, right? But this one becomes 5. Then the next one is 10. And so on. How much? You look at the question what they say now. From 0 until 50. Can you see now this one? So you draw it first. Can you draw your axis first? Draw the H and T axis. And should have this part you don't know how to do, you're looking blur.
Can you slow down a bit because I cannot see the T-axis thing.
This one. Okay. Ryan, you can, Ryan. Can you show me? Can you show me? You show me what you have done, because graph will take a long time. So can you show me? Ryan, you show me what you have drawn. Okay, Ryan, your axes are in the center. You don't need the negative number. So that means your graph paper is like that. This is your graph paper. You have drawn down here. All this part down here you don't need because there will never be a negative number for 40. They start from 0. So you start down here. 1 cm is 5, 10, 15, 20, so. Down here is 1, 2, 3 until 14. That's what you're supposed to do. Can? Shafi, you get it? Okay, this might be a long time to do a question, but you need to do this because you can score this easily. Okay, we move back to the question paper. Maybe what I'll do is I will clear up all this and I will draw solar for you to help help you. You took down the equation, eh? Shafi, are you okay? Okay, yeah. Try to be able to draw lah, inshallah. Nishira, are you okay? I'm bored actually. I'm just waiting for you guys. I feel like fainting, but just to inform you, I was very lucky today. I went and buy a melon drink, and 6 of these came out free to the vending machine. So, yeah, I think someone was trying to do something. But 6 came out. Can you imagine? It's a lucky.
Teacher, where is the graph paper? Cannot fit 14 of it.
Ah, cannot. Show me your graph paper. Show me your graph paper.
My graph paper only until like that. I cannot only until 8. Cannot fit 14.
Ah, okay. Because you didn't read what they say. You are using 2 cm to make 1 unit. That big square like that, a big square is 2 cm. This small square, you use your ruler, you see, 5 small squares is 1 cm. 10 squares is 2 cm. Can they say down here? 1 cm, 1 cm for 1 unit. You are using 2 cm for 1 unit. Then you blame the graph paper. Aduh. Never mind, you just change the numbers lah. Instead of 1, 2, you put 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Now you can fit, right? You go by 2. Go. Shafi, how are you? Can I see your drawing, please? You seem to be doing what I'm doing, munching a lot. Okay, it's okay. Can I see? Waduh, ini apa nih? Oh, like that. Okay, thank you. But how come it's like that? I thought those are coordinates. Show me again, Shafi. Show me again. Okay, thank you. Well, how come you got that type of graph? That is so many graph, you know. You plot how many graphs? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You plot 5 graphs.
Yeah.
How you get 5 graphs? Okay, never mind. I will also try to plot here. But my graph is not going to be okay. I don't have. I cannot use a ruler, right? So now let's see. So now, sorry. I will also plot here. Inshara, have you plotted yours, Inshara? What do you get, Inshara?
Haven't yet.
Haven't get it. Okay, now I draw now using this. Imagine, so down here now is the whatever exists now. This is the time exists. So down here will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna fall asleep like that. Aduh. Hey guys, you gotta go faster lah. This topic is too making me sleepy lah. Ah, especially when this is now the last session. I've been teaching for 6 hours, sitting down here. I'm going to be a zombie fight now. How come this one cannot fall on the map? I do not know what happened at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so on so forth lah. You know what I mean, huh? This one will go up, increase. Then what happened? Let us go now. Aduh, this one is, I do not know what happened. I cannot draw down here lah. Okay, I'll wait for you. Okay, you show me what you have done. Shafi, something is totally wrong with your graph. Ryan, can I see your graph? What you have drawn? Okay, very good. Ryan, okay. So that one is okay. There's good start. Can you plot the thing? Ishira, stop running away. Always the girls are all running away.
Teacher, my camera suddenly become so dark.
What did she say? What she say, Shafi? Her what?
She said her camera suddenly become so dark.
Okay, never mind. But I need to be able to see your star. Are you in the same house, Shafi? Yes, Inshira. I will draw on a whiteboard. Okay, Shafi. Now we're gonna plot this thing. Huh? You said the last one is 8, 18. 8 times 4, 32, 18. Okay. So we're gonna plot. Okay, and Ryan also we're gonna plot. You can see, right, all this. So 0 is 50. 0, 50. So down here, you mark down here 0, 50 down here. Next one, 2, which is down here, go up to 42. Somewhere here. So I do not know what you're doing, Shafi. Next one is 434. 434. Somewhere here. You see? Then 6, 26. Then 8, 18.
Yeah, I do the graph wrongly.
You do the graph wrongly?
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. But can you see now what I'm plotting?
Yeah.
Inshira can see now. So Shafi, I do not know how the coordinates is X and Y, you know. I do not know what you did. Maybe you did this one. I think I know what you do. I know what you did, I think. You see 50 you mark here, and then what do you do? 0 you mark here. And then 2 you mark here. 42 you mark here. I think you were doing some. Then you join this to this. Hey, what are you? This is not, Mr. Every point now here has an X and Y. This is X, okay. Shabi, you tell me down here, can you see down these two now? We go up, it goes up down here. This is X axis 242. Can you see? X is 2, Y is 42. 1 point. Just like you play chess, like that, you play chess. Let's say now you have lines down here. Okay. This is line 0, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, y-axis, x-axis. Okay, Shabi, what point is this at?
2-1.
And you know how to do this one. How come you do funny? It's supposed to be a straight line, huh? Ryan, you try also, Ryan. Inshira, I hope you are able to do it, Inshira. So down here it goes until 18. So then we look at the question. What did they ask us to do? Okay, you should be able to complete the question. Down here they say use the graph to find when the water level is 30 cm. So down here when the water level is 30 cm. Down here is the height, what? Correct? 30 cm is here. So you have to use your ruler to draw. Oh, when it's 30 cm, the time is whatever time, it might be 5 cm, 5 minutes or something like that. Or 5, yeah, down here. Can you see? That's what you're supposed to do. Another one. See, find a time taken for the tank to be completely drained. Okay, we're going to move on in 5 minutes. Okay, you try again. You want the page? I turn to the page. I just go to the toilet for a while. Huh? Okay, you can refer to this. Just give me 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Okay. Inshira, you there? Inshira, please come back, Inshira. Your sound also gone black, Inshira.
I'm always here. I never go anywhere.
No, can you show me your graph or cannot show at all?
Oh, because my screen is very dark. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Then okay. So do you get the graph like I have down here? Something like this. Okay,
Yes,
well done,
yes.
well done, Ryan, well done. So you have to draw a line through. You have to draw a line through. Shafi, what about your graph? Can I see what you do? Yes.
Huh?
So the first one, all the first one and all is uh, is not counted. You know all the first one. You know which one? Show me again. Show me again. Shafi, show me again. Hold on, hold on. I'll take a photo to tell you what you are talking about. Okay, Shafi. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Higher, higher, higher. Okay. Don't move, don't move. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Okay. I will now share screen in a moment. Oh. Okay. Okay. So this one, you can see your drawing. Can? So only the green one is okay. All this one don't want. This one, you put 42 to all this, please. You must remember this is not coordinates, Mister. You okay? Now 30, good. You tried 30, and what's the timing? Good. All right. So I can use his to see, and Ryan's one also. Inshira's one I cannot use because we cannot even see her that thing. So now we go back to down here. Now they give another question now. Find the time taken for the tank to be completely drained. How to do? How to do? Let us look down here. Completely drained means 0. So what you do? Ryan, what do you do? How to find the time taken when it's completely drained? Make a guess, Shafi. Can see this one? Can, right? So how do you, what to do? Just take the ruler. This 0 is here. Take the ruler, draw until you reach 0. Then see where it cuts the x-axis. That is where the 0 is. So can you extend your graph right until the bottom here? You know what I'm talking about? Don't know. Okay. This is the height of the water. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 0. Completely drained means they want to get rid of all the water inside it. For example, one day Shafi says, I want to completely drain when I go kencing in the morning. I want completely drain of all the liquid totally. Imagine lah. So all the liquid all come out straight. I do not know where it's possible. Impossible. Down here in kettle, in a cup, you can completely drain because just pour out the whole thing. So now, see how long does it take? It will go down to 0. Why? Because it has to follow the graph. So you draw the line until you reach one point. I got the number 11. I do not know whether the number 11 is accurate or not. You draw the line. What number do you get? Ryan, what number do you get? Shafi, what number do you get? Inshira, what number do you get? Inshira?
What number?
She's not listening. Inshira?
Yes.
You want to empty the whole water inside this thing. So you need to draw your graph until it reaches 0. Then we find out what's the time taken. Ryan, what's your time taken?
I got 9.
You got 9. 9. Maybe yours is more accurate because mine is freehand. Shafi, what about you?
I'm still doing.
Still doing. Okay. Inshira, what about you? Do you plot the points, Inshira?
I put 12.
12. Ryan, you got 9 or 12?
9.
Can you show me yours, Ryan? Let's see. Hold on. Wait. Wait, don't cover. Okay, thank you very much. Now I will check now. This is not hold on. Okay, so let me share. Okay, Ryan, this is yours, right? So let's see. Inaccurate. The drawing, mister, is inaccurate. Let me tell you why. Down here, 50 is 0 is correct. Down here is 45. They say according to that is 42. 42, you must count this 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So 42 is somewhere here. You got to like cross down here. So you got to look at this table lah. You see this table here? 2 minutes 42, 4 minutes 34, 16 minutes 26. Let me check again. I'll check again. So 2 minutes. This one is 2, 5, 2, 3, 4. Where's number 1? Hey,
It's
Hello?
not there, it's right over there.
Oh, this one is number 1.
Yeah.
This is number 1.
No.
This is number 2.
No, there's zero there below that.
Now
Below
here,
the zero.
this is 0. This is 0. This is okay. So now both starts at 0. No? 0 to 10, 0 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So okay. So you started at 1, no? So can you just change this? You change this thing and then you redraw the thing. Huh? So you put out here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know what I mean? And then you try to plot the numbers again. Plot the coordinates. Mr. Shafi'i, can I have a look at yours?
Is having decimals possible?
Sorry?
Is having decimal possible?
Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to find the answer by using formula. Okay? Because, okay, you must understand by looking at the graph. When it's drain, that means the H down here, this height is 0. Drain means H is 0. Do you agree, Shafi? H is 0. So now you have the formula of this, let me see, of this graph. The graph, they have the formula, right? H is equals to to 50 minus 4. Okay. So boys and girl, okay. Okay, we wait for a while. Okay, Ryan, just stop for a while. Stop for a while. Ishira, stop for a while. Now we want to check. Shafi says his answer got decimal. Maybe Ryan, you got the answer already? Have you changed? Still, okay, you do first. Ishira, what's your answer, Ishira? Then we compare all 3 answers. Ishira, what's your answer? Say answer for what? Now for the one of after draining when H is actually 0. That means this one. For question D, time taken for the tank to be completely drained. Means the graph, that's now you draw. I want it to you draw until it hits down here where it's 0. So find out what's the time down here. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you tell me what's the answer. Shafi'i and I will be waiting for you. And so next week maybe we don't do graph lah. I think it's too difficult to teach by Zoom. You agree, Shafi'i? Okay lah. You still want to do graph? What are you doing in school, Shafi'i, now?
Simultaneously.
Simultaneous equation. You can do not?
Yeah.
Is it easy?
Okay.
Do you know you can solve it by the graphical method also? Did your teacher show you?
No.
How to solve? No, okay. So you're doing y equals to 2x plus 3, y equals to 7x minus 2, solve what is x and y, correct?
Yeah.
Correct. So we will do that, and then one of the days, then you see, oh, actually you can solve it in 2 ways: by the formula method, by the completing the square whatever method, or by the graphical method. But you must understand what it means actually. When you get the answer x and y, what do you find? You get the answer x. Okay, hold on. Let me see
number.
now. What number is it? Okay, come. Let me see yours. Hold on. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. What is the number for time, Ryan? At the bottom? How much? 12. Inshira, do you get 12?
Yes.
Shafi, what number do you get? 11 point?
11.5.
Okay, it's okay now. Because yours is freehand also to some degree. It's not the real graph paper. So now, how do you find the most accurate answer? I mean, let me tell you what the answer is. Watch, They give you the formula like this. Inshira, can see now, Inshira. Now, H, when there's no more water, what is the height of H? What is the value of H? Ryan or Inshira? Shafi knows the answer in. When when there's no more water, what is the height of the water when there is no more water? The height is 0. Now look. I go and put H0. Then I put 50 minus 40. What am I going to do? I want to find out what is T. I'm using formula method. Can see not? Look. So now I bring the minus 40 over this side. 40 equals to 50. 40 is 50. T is 50 divided by 4 lah. Equals to what? Equals to 12.5. So the most accurate answer is 12.5. It's not 12. It's not 11.5. It's not my 11. It's 12.5. So if you know how to calculate the answer by this, when you draw the graph also you can tipu, you know. Because the most accurate answer is by formula. So you can use this. Oh, you know, I must make sure my graph agak hit near to 12.5. If you know the secret. Okay, but anyway, I do not know whether you get what we are learning today. So let us go through one by one. Down here. Okay, this one is very easy, right? You take 1 cm to represent 1 unit on the t-axis. Normally they write x-axis. This tells you the value of t. T to plot from 0 to 14. In this case, why is there no minus? Because there's no such thing as minus timing. Right? The least timing is 0. You cannot have minus 5 seconds. What does it mean? So the other one now, 1 cm for 5 units on the height axis. Okay, so down here. Okay, we will ask Ryan, what at the, you look at your graph, it cuts the y-axis at what number? Y-axis, it cuts the y-axis at what number? You know which one y-axis, right? The height. It cuts at what number? Okay, it's not sure. I'll show you now. Okay, I'll show you. This is now his drawing. Okay, you cannot see. You will see now. Now, Ryan, do you testify that this is your drawing? He need to check his drawing also to check. Yes, it is, right?
Yes.
Now, this down here, remember, is the x-axis. Always x is down here. Y is down here. Look, it cuts at what number? 50. Okay, let us look. Let us look now. Look at what I'm going to show you now. The question now. They tell you actually down here what? H equals to 50 minus 40. Let's say now I rearrange it. H equals to 50 minus 40. This is like the y equals, okay, I change the H to y equals to 50 minus 4x. Can you see the same style? Then I arrange it like this. Y equals to minus 4x, the gradient, plus 50. So this plus 50 is the y-intercept, where the graph cuts the y-axis. Is at 50. That's why at 50 you have the cut mark there. You notice in the graph paper, at 50 has a cut mark. There is the y-intercept. So minus 4x. Let us see what does it mean, minus 4x. I'm going to show you now. Okay, we look at Ryan's one. So now we take this one. Now you want to move by 1. Watch, I move by 1 on here. It goes down by how many? By 4 units, you know. You cannot really see that, but it's roughly by 4 units here. You move by another one, another 4 units. That's why it's 42 here, not 40. Can you see? Why 4 units? Down here to here is 1, 2, 3, 5. 50. Down here is 1. This one is this 5 here. So you see here, from here now, I move down until here. That means I'm moving x by 1. I have to move down by 4. If I go to the next one, x by 1, y by 4. X by 1. So every time I move x 1 unit, I must go down y 4 units. That is why you have minus 4y. y or minus 4t down here. That's your gradient. Can you see the link? You must be able to see the link. So now next one. Next one, they ask you, use the time to find when the water level is 30 cm. So same thing, we use Ryan's one also. Let us see when it's 30 cm. 30 cm is where? This is the old one. Oh no, it's correct. 30 cm is here. So we can draw a line, right? We can draw a line. Hold on, Where is it? Where is it? Down here. I annotate. Okay, watch. I'm now going to draw a line from to 30. This is 30 cm at height. I draw. Then it reaches out here. I can see the time. The time is, I think this time here, what number is this? It's 5 cm, is it? 5 minutes. So it took 5 minutes for the water level to reach 30 cm. This is how you do this question. It's very easy. Okay, it's that easy. That's all you need to know for this sort of graph skills. Okay, and then for it to be completely drained, you see, or completely drained now. Okay, all right, we look at Ryan's one again. Ryan's one is actually 12.5. Now he's actually the most accurate, right? Because it's more than 12. 12.5. So it's accurate to be 0. So I do not know whether you have learned anything. You see, I've learned all this. I do not know what it is. Well, okay, we come to that later lah. Now we move on to the next part of it. You try now. Okay. Hold on. This one have we gone through? Can you write down what is the equation for L1? This one. What is the equation for L1? We may have done it earlier. There's always two parts. Y equals to the gradient plus C, the y-intercept. Basically, I want the equation for this line. Can you come up with the equation for this line? That means what I want you to do, final answer, I want you to write like this. This one, y equals to what plus what? What x plus what x lah. Okay. Shira just send me a note. The note says, Mr. Shaheed. Not sure why my laptop off suddenly. Never mind, we see you next week.
So you're lagging too.
I'm lagging. Alamak, sorry. Okay, now is it better? I think it should be better. So now, can you tell me what is the equation? You can do it. How Ryan can get not Ryan? Shafi, you got it? You know how to do it, right? Good. Just gradient plus y-intercept, that's it.
This is 0.
What is 0? Sorry, gradient. No, gradient is a slope. What down here? Can you see the slope? The man is walking down the slope. So this is minus. There's a man here is walking down the slope, right? In fact, you can see there's a you take a spotlight down here. Then you can actually measure this from here to here. Sorry. From here to here. You see this part down here, the height until the next height is clear. Maybe from here to here, then you divide by the length.
Wait, no, wait.
Height.
Plus.
No, okay. So you take y2. Y is 3 down here. Let's say 3. 3 minus 0 over minus 3 minus 3 minus 3 equal minus 6. So you get that 3 y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then you can see that for every one time you go down to on the x-axis, it goes down by half. Every one, it go down by half.
I don't understand.
Okay. So now we take this point. This point now, you give me the coordinates for the point. This one, this first point. What's the coordinate of the point? This one only.
3.
Minus 3. Yeah. X is minus 3. Y is what? 3, right? That is the point number 2. And then point 1, which is at the bottom here, can you see? X is 3, Y is 0. This part, are you clear? So far? You're clear now? Down here, X is 0. Sorry, X is 3, Y is 0. Can you see now?
Yeah.
Okay. So now you have the 2 points already. The coordinates for the 2 points. You see this is the coordinates for point 1 and point 2. So the formula says y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So what is y2? Y2 is 3 minus y1
0.
over x2
Negative
minus
3.
3 minus x1 3. So you get 3 over negative 6 equals to negative half. So the gradient is negative half. So how to find this one on here? That means this one is y equals to negative half x plus the y-intercept. How much is it? What's the number here? Right. This number is
Half.
1.5. So that means your the thing is like this. Y equals to minus half x plus 1.5. This is your equation. Actually, that's all there is to it. Maybe you might be confused why we're using this formula. Is that the confusion? That one the other day I taught you is by triangle. It is still the same thing. You see, you take height divided by the length. Watch. Height is how many? How many units? Ryan?
3.
3. The bottom part, the length is how many units? You have 3 units here. You have 3 units here.
6.
6. 3 divided by 6. Look, look, look. 3 divided by 6.
88, is it?
Yeah, this is 3 divided by 6. Divide by -6 lah.
Ah,
Divide by -6. No problem, -6, because we know this is negative because this is a man going down the slope. Must be negative. So this one, what does half mean? You see, when I move x by 1 from here, I move x by 1, y only increased by a small part, half. So that means it's correct. What is correct? This equation is y equals to minus half x plus 1.5. What this is, that's now is a formula to take the height divide by the base in a way that you don't need to worry whether it's positive or negative. You follow this, they tell you whether it's positive or negative. If you don't use this method, no problem. No problem. You can also do this method. 3 divided by 6. And then decide if it's going down this way, it's minus. If going up, plus. So you see, 3 divided by 6 is half. So I know it's minus half. Why? Because the slope is going down. You can also do it that way. So if you say, I do not know what it means, like y2 minus 1 over x2 minus 1, then just look and draw a triangle and calculate the gradient yourself. Finish. But if it's going down, minus. Going up, plus. So let us see whether you know the difference between plus and minus. Okay, let's see. Now we're going to ask. Hey, why cannot? They don't want to allow me to. I want to annotate all that. We just. Yeah, oh, where is it? Down here, okay. You ask Shaheed. Going this way. Is it the gradient plus or minus, Shaheed? The red line.
Plus.
Yeah. How do you know? You draw a man down here. Can you see the man? Have to walk up the hill. Plus a lot of work, hard work. Let's say now you go this way. The man is going down the hill. So it must be minus. Okay, you get it? So down here now, you just take any point down here. You can see this one down here. You see down here, look. Let's say I take this triangle. Down here to here is 1 unit. So 1 divided by 1, 2 divided by 2. So you get half. But you know it's negative because it's going down here. That's it. So y equals to negative half x plus 1.5. How? Okay, not? Maybe this one, I realize even I have another student one-to-one, I need to be there and show you how to do it. Okay, but we have tried our best lah on online. We see, maybe we move on to other topics next week. You have any questions, Shafi? You look as if you have some question. Ryan, got any question?
no.
Okay then. All right, nah. So we see each other again next week, all right? Assalamualaikum. Bye-bye.
Okay.
Yeah, take care.